vinyl is really sticky, so it's hard to do, but it's the most satisfying thing to work with because you do end up with this sparkly, lovely stuff. And honestly, if I had enough room, I would probably do all sculpture, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so flat art rules for that reason. I had for a long time a woodworking shop in my basement, and so the wooden rockets were, I do those with a bandsaw and a belt sander, and just grind them into shape. And they're a lot of fun to do.
What kind of wood is that for you? It's gorgeous wood.
Yeah, so they're all different hardwoods. The big one is mahogany, ebony, and I can't remember, cherry maybe, or walnut. And it's all salvage. Not all the pieces are all salvage, but I try to use salvage when I can. And that one in particular, the mahogany, supposedly came from this giant pallet that was sitting underneath like a generator out in a field for 30 years. And when they took the generator away, they found this beautiful chunk of mahogany, and I got some of it. So that was kind of nice to have wood with a story to it.
You're saying that you amateur. My work, I'm trying really. I like having direction because it lets me, so I think different ideas. But like, I don't know, a 2-year-old is going to be the harshest, most honest critic. He's gotta, I love reading those. So, I mean, that's probably helped you. I mean, or did it? I mean, sort of have direction. I mean, in any direction, whether it's good or bad, that's what you have to do. That's your boss. Yeah. That's your.
A lot of the things she said, I didn't learn anything from.
Fair enough.
But there were a few things that I did.
I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, and one of them was, in one of the paintings, I did this kind of dull dragon, and of course she hated it. And then I went over it for a second pass, and I pumped the colors way up, and she loved it. And it was like, oh, candy, bright colors.
It's also
so, yeah.
And she didn't want you to do anything nice. Make that, attack that, make them eat that.
She went through phases, sometimes she would get really afraid of that kind of stuff.
And then sometimes she wanted it.
Yeah.
What does she think of this stuff?
She's all for my art these days. I'm happy to report.
All right.
She likes it all, yeah.
Because I would want this in my room if I were her hanging.
If you go on my website, you'll see some pictures of her like flying
over.
Nice.
Is that like hand stitched? Is that like
sewing machine?
What's that made out of?
Vinyl.
This is
This is
vinyl,
it before,
and then
like kind of gave a little.
underneath.
I know I'm not supposed to. I didn't touch it. I just thought that. I can't believe I said that.
Is it cardboard underneath?
Yeah, it's cardboard underneath, which I realized later that it's. I should have done it with wood because I didn't realize how heavy it would be. But I shorted up with some wood on mine the other day. All right, well, thanks so much for coming and listening.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for bringing her up.
He's gonna be hanging around, so if you have any questions you want to ask, not in front of everybody.
Thank you.